Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to talk about Diomande. Now, quite a lot of people have been asking me on my Facebook DMs, do I think Diomande deal gets done? What I've done is I've broke it down into 10 categories, and then at the end, I'll tell you what I think. So let's get started. So category number one, Liverpool step up their pursuit. Liverpool's pursuit of Diomande has moved into a completely different phase. This is no longer simply transfer speculation. Negotiations are taking place. Bids have been discussed, and Liverpool appear determined to land one of the most exciting young attacking talents in European football. Reports suggest Liverpool opening proposal was rejected by RB Leipzig, but rather than walking away, the Reds are preparing to return with an improved offer. That tells you one thing. Liverpool see Diomande as a genuine priority. And I believe from what I've seen online, that Diamande's already agreed personal terms. It's just coming down to the financial side of it. Category number two, the transfer fees. Let's break down the numbers because they are quite a few figures being reported. Liverpool's reported opening package was worth around 100 million euros, approximately 86.3 million, made up of 80 million guaranteed, which is 69.1 million, plus 20 million euros in add-ons, which is roughly around about 17.3 million. That proposal wasn't enough. Now reports suggest Liverpool are willing to increase their offer significantly. The latest package being discussed is 120 million euros, approximately 103.6 million, made up of 100 million guaranteed, which again is 86.3 million, plus 17.3 million in add-ons. If completed anywhere near those figures, it would become one of the biggest transfers in Liverpool Football Club's history. Category number three, why Liverpool want Diomande. So why are Liverpool prepared to spend this kind of money? Quite simply, they believe Diomande has world-class potential. He's only 19 years old. He's quick, direct, excellent versus ones, comfortable attacking defenders, works hard without the ball, and perhaps most importantly, Liverpool believe his ceiling is incredibly high. Rather than buying an already established superstar, they're trying to sign somebody who could become one over the next decade. Think about it. If he's at Liverpool for the next 10 years and we pay, let's say, £100 million, right? That's only 10 million every transfer window. That's not a lot when you think about it. It sounds a lot when you're paying it all up front, but when you break it down, it's not a lot of money for somebody who could be there for 10 years easily. Why Leipzig are refusing to sell? This isn't simply about money. Leipzig don't need to sell. Diomande remains under a long-term contract until 2030. There is no release clause forcing their hand. Financially, they're in a strong position. They also know something Liverpool know. Every outstanding performance increases his value, especially during a World Cup. If Diomande continues impressing on the biggest stage, his valuation would increase even further before the transfer window closes. From Leipzig's perspective, patience makes perfect business sense. Leipzig sporting director Marcel Schäfer has remained extremely firm. His stance has been clear. The club aren't actively looking to sell. They believe they hold all the leverage in negotiations. With several years remaining on Diomande's contract, there's no pressure to cash in this summer. That immediately changes the negotiating dynamic. Liverpool aren't dealing with a selling club. They're trying to convince a club to part with one of their biggest assets. The Jurgen Klopp factor. One of the most fascinating parts of this story involves a very familiar face, Jurgen Klopp. Many supporters have questioned why Klopp appears to be backing Leipzig's stance. The answer is actually very simple. On the 1st of January 2025, Klopp officially became head of global soccer at Red Bull. That role places him above the football operations across the entire Red Bull network, including Leipzig. He's no longer representing Liverpool's interests, he's representing Red Bull's. His job is to support long-term football strategy, player development and major recruitment decisions across the group. So if Leipzig believes Diomande's value will continue rising, Klopp's responsibility is to support that strategy, not help Liverpool negotiate a lower fee. It's simply part of the role Red Bull employ him to do. Is Jurgen Klopp deciding the transfer? Not necessarily. It's important to understand the structure. Marcel Schäfer remains RB Leipzig's sporting director. He's the man leading negotiations. Klopp isn't personally rejecting Liverpool's offers. Instead, he's working alongside Red Bull's football leadership to help shape the club's long-term strategy. Reports suggest Klopp fully supports Leipzig's decision to remain patient with Diomande's market value while Diomande's market value continues to grow. What does Diomande want? Every transfer involves three parties: the buying club, the selling club, and the player. According to reports, Diomande's representatives are encouraging Leipzig to negotiate with Liverpool. His camp believe this summer represents the perfect opportunity to take the next step in his career. However, Leipzig are also believed to be discussing an improved contract with the player. So while Liverpool continue negotiating with Leipzig are simultaneously trying to convince Diomande to stay. That creates an interesting battle behind the scenes. Liverpool's negotiation strategy. Liverpool have shown over recent years that they rarely panic during negotiations. They set a valuation, remain patient, and structure deals carefully. Performance bonuses have been a major part of modern transfers. That allows both clubs to protect themselves while giving the selling club the opportunity to receive a higher overall fee if the player succeeds. Liverpool also know there are alternative targets available if negotiations become impossible. That means they won't want this saga dragging on throughout the entire summer. Yeah, that's very similar to what happened with Isak, wasn't it? Where things stand. As things stand, Liverpool remain fully interested. Leipzig remain firm. Klopp continues supporting Red Bull's position. Marcel Schäfer is standing strong. Diomande's representatives reportedly favour a move. Negotiations continue. Now it simply becomes a question of whether Liverpool eventually produce an offer Leipzig simply cannot refuse. So there you go, guys. Now for my thoughts, I think the deal gets done. I'm 95.9% sure Liverpool sign Yan Diomande. I think he will sign for Liverpool for 90 million up front, 90 million pounds that is, and 20 million pound in add-ons. So that would be 110 million pound. Let me know what you think in the comments though. Do you think Yan Diomande's deal is going to get done? The only worrying thing is, like it just said then, if he has an unbelievable World Cup and he ends up being top goal scorer or top assist or whatever, his value could get daft. I mean, there was rumours, wasn't there, that Leipzig wanted 150 million euros. That's not happening. I can't see that happening at all. What I mean, what's that? About 135 million pound? I can't see that. I think they agree on 90 million pound up front and 20 million pound in add-ons. That's it for now. Take it easy.